as a CDFI, our job is not to be the doers, but to get the capital into the hands of the people that are the doers and make sure that we're deploying that capital responsibly. The New Markets Tax Credit Program, for those that don't know what that is, it's a federal tax credit for businesses, provides a very large subsidy to them to incentivize them to locate businesses and economic development projects in lower income census areas, low to moderate income census areas. It's a really powerful tool if used correctly. It actually just gained permanency in the tax code this last year, which has kind of like expanded the whole industry and availability of these tax credits. We've seen this as one of our biggest opportunities to influence both like the scale and quality of job creation compared to like our smaller business lending, which you're maybe creating one or two jobs in a small business with an entrepreneur that's trying to grow. With our new market tax credit program, these are usually $20 to $40 million developments that are going into a lot of times rural communities. In a rural community in Oklahoma, 100 jobs being created is extremely impactful. So as we're looking at these projects, and as you can imagine, everybody's like coming and wanting like, hey, help us build our capital stack so we can go place this new manufacturing facility in Stillwater, Oklahoma. We really want to make sure that while we are helping to finance more jobs, that we're really financing the right kind of jobs as we're going about our work. And we've really made that a deliberate choice of how we focus our deployment of our allocation awards. So we've taken the path of really looking at the sectors of manufacturing, healthcare, and then workforce related facilities or community facilities that are helping to create more quality jobs, both in number and quantity of jobs, but also the quality of jobs. And we think those are kind of the industries where we can have the most impact with this type of investment. So as we're going through our underwriting process, Maureen, to your question, we really look beyond just the job count that's being created, and we really look to kind of a good job framework. So we're looking to see, are the wages that they're paying their employees at least at or above the local living wage standards. And we use the MIT calculator, living wage calculator, to analyze that. We're looking at if employees have access to benefits, paid leave, whether they have predictable schedules, and then whether there's a real pathway for advancement. You know, is this giving them a job for today, or is this giving them a job that they're building skills, credentials, abilities to like advance through the company or find, you know, even better work somewhere else down the road. So just as importantly as looking at these projects, we've got to be willing to walk away, put our money where our mouth is. But we really look, if a project only is going to work, like the budget and the project only pencils out if they're underpaying their employees, have a very low starting wage, or they structure most of the jobs that they're going to be creating as contract roles. That's usually a red flag to us that this probably isn't one of the projects that we would be proud to support. So we also look at the industries that we're going into and try to take a global view of that as well, as far as workplace conditions. Because, for instance, like a meat processing facility would not provide the same quality labor conditions as a precision manufacturing facility. So we really look at that broader picture. And we also try to make sure we're considering the broader community support. You know, is this a good corporate citizen? Do they already exist in the community? And what does that look like by the rest of the community? Is it someone we would be proud to support? Are they creating the right kind of jobs? Are they giving back to the community and other volunteer or support? Or is this a new company coming in, and what have they looked like in other existing markets? So we always try to make sure we incorporate that community aspect, because I think, as you guys say, it's really important to have that buy-in from the local people that live there and are going to be working in that facility.